তাওসিফ চলে আসছে, নাইস।
আমি বেশিক্ষণ থাকতে পারবো না, সকালে কাজ আছে।
সমস্যা নেই। ওকে, সো স্টার্ট করি। নাদিত আসুক আস্তে আস্তে, সমস্যা নেই, 5 জন হয়ে গেছে। সো লাস্ট সেশন, you guys took care of some things. First of all, you talked with the noble man that was looking for the rogue mage who actually offered the mission. You engaged with him and had a rough conversation. Then you explored your other options, whether to take the offer of the rogue mage and travel to this altar that supposedly leads to the Fortress of Memories, or to look for the girl that was traveling with you for a long time. You ponder upon the possibilities, then you learn some more options or situations that apparently the key that was the nobleman was having was actually taken from one of the Shadarkais, and from the knowledge of Arvandoril and Ashford, you guys learned that whoever hold the actual key was supposedly much stronger, and as such, the people that actually killed the person, they are probably dangerous as well. And you had some leads that there could be an assassin hall or auction house at the eastern side of the city, but the exact location is hard to tell because the noble itself did not know the exact location. He was blindfolded and taken to the place. With all the knowledge and all the options in mind, you guys take your rest for the day in the tavern and wait for the options to explore tomorrow in the morning. So it is currently around 7 in the morning, and you guys have done taking your breakfast. So what do you do?
Um, well, I think we should first discuss what we want to tackle first. Although we discussed it before, a refresher would be nice.
Yeah, what's the priority list looking like?
So, Ashford and Arvandoril are more interested in pursuing the rogue mage.
So basically there is a gate between the two city. It's a teleportation gate. You can just take the gate and travel to the other city within few seconds. So you guys were given a sending stone, which is basically a two-way mobile phone. Nope. আচ্ছা নাভিদ আর সাকিব কে আসিস ডিসকর্ডে? আচ্ছা সাকিব আছে, নাভিদ? ওকে। সো আবার বলি গত সেশনে কি হয়েছে সংক্ষেপে। সো বেসিক্যালি ওরা হচ্ছে রোগ মেজের কাছে, না রোগ মেজের না, ওরা হচ্ছে তোমার, আচ্ছা অ্যাকচুয়ালি হান্স বলো তাহলেই হচ্ছে জিনিসটা ওদের কাছে ক্লিয়ার হবে আরো। মনে আছে? ফোর্ট্রেস অফ মেমোরিজ। দ্য গার্লস মাদার, আচ্ছা এরিনা। 200 platinum pieces. 250 golds মানে ইকুইভ্যালেন্ট। হ্যাঁ সবাই। এখন হচ্ছে বেসিক্যালি তোদের কাছে হচ্ছে মেইন দুইটা অফার হচ্ছে রোগের, যদি অফার নিস তাহলে হচ্ছে ও বলছে যে নোবেল যা দিবে তার ডাবল অ্যামাউন্ট অফ মানি দিয়ে তোদেরকে এমপ্লয় করবে। বাট তোরা যখন নোবেলের ইন্টারাকশন করছিস তখন তোরা ওই আইটেমটা যেটা স্টিল হয়েছে সেটার অনেক ইনফরমেশন অলরেডি জেনে ফেলাইছিস যেটা তোদের জানার কথা ছিল না। সো নোবেল কাইন্ড অফ ফ্রাস্ট্রেটেড হয়ে সেও তার নিজের প্রাইস ডাবল করে দিচ্ছে রোগ মেজরে ধরার বা ওই আইটেমটা ফেরত আনার জন্য। ঠিক আছে, সো হাউ ডু ইউ অ্যাপ্রোচ ইট, ইটস আপ টু ইউ। By the, did you guys discuss about like your goddess, what the Raven Queen does, and what happens in the Fortress of Memories? Okay. Okay. Okay, so carry on. It's the morning. You guys have the table. Discuss what to do. লং রেস্ট নিয়ে তোমরা হচ্ছে মানে সকালে উঠছো ওইখানে শেষ করে দিছিলাম। না এখানে নাই। You guys already know his name. His name is Arnel. নিগা পাস আছে ওর, আমারও আছে 2% আছে। আচ্ছা, সো হুম ওকে। Okay. So, what do you say as a message? It will be within 25 words, yes. Okay. So, yeah, you have an appointment. So, when do you want to go there? Huh, huh. Yes. Okay. It will take around 30 to 35 minutes. Okay. So, yeah, so are you guys trying to like keep a watch of your surrounding while going there, or okay, in that case, make a perception check, and if you guys want to stealth your way there, avoiding people's gauge, then also make a stealth check. Who casted Pass Without Trace? Okay. Decent. Yeah, water noise. Splash noise. Okay. হ্যাঁ স্টেলতে পাবা সবাই স্টেল করতেছে ওকে হোলি শিট 25 32 বাকি আছে ক্যাশফোর্ড তাসিফ কি আছে নাকি চলে গেছে ও আচ্ছা আসছিল আবার চলে গেছে ওকে so okay, so you guys eventually reach the entrance of the caves, and seems like that there were people that were keeping a watch, but they were not able to keep a track of your pathing. You guys took some turns and avoided their tracking, and eventually you guys come to the entrance of the caves, and you again find that there were traps set in the caves, but seems like they were disabled, feeling like they were expecting people. And yeah, you come to the opening of the cavern, and you see the usual guy at the center of the place talking with some other people. They does not seem to have noticed you yet. Oh, you're back. What kind of business this time? Ah, Mr. Arnold. Should I call him then? He calls one of the guys goons, and he quickly runs to one of the other caves, and you guys wait for a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and you see the same familiar visage. The mage with the blue robe comes in front of you and says, well, quite early in the morning. Oh, you brought the rest of the party this time. Well, alright then. Where are they? Well, nice to meet you all. My name is Arnold. I guess I am the guy you were looking for, but now probably the job has changed, I suppose. So, what brings you guys here? Did you decide on to take the quest or not? He goes, hello. So, what brings you here? Travel. Your friend said that you guys were going to Arcanium. Is there something you require to know from me? Meaning of? Some words. Well, go on then. Let's see if I know anything about them. কোন ওয়ার্ডটা? ওই যে সেন্টেন্সটা? Okay. So the sentence was Esas rat inesk neratis aviso. Well, does have some familiarity with the celestial language, but also differs in lots of the parts. Well, I'm sorry to say this, but this does not ring much bell to myself either. I do have my share of knowledge on this kind of things, but this seems quite an old knowledge. Where did you get this? Yes, I have been there many times. Yes, one of the best. Sure, go on. Yes, that is what I require of you to take care of in the. I have my means of finding things. It. First of all, I need to know, are you guys willing to help me with the journey? For now, I can. Well, I. Well, I wouldn't say it's from a wrong person. The key that I got, you see, he kind of sobers down a little bit and almost feels emotional. And he goes, "It belongs to a close friend of mine. And he has been missing for a while. I am trying to find any leads that might lead to him." Does message have any somatic? Okay. Make an insight check. Yeah, you can also do that. Advantage. Okay. Okay. So you get the idea, mostly it's the truth, but it's not the complete truth either. Well, a friend I have known for a long time, and hopefully I'll be able to meet her again. He this time goes, "May I know, is there any particular interest behind your asking these questions?" আচ্ছা, নয়েজ আসছে কার কাছ থেকে? 1 সেকেন্ড। আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। Yes, of course. Probably the worst man to have that. You you see, as soon as you say that the person was assassinated, you, on the first hand, from the others do not see much changes, but Ashford and Hans, you guys were looking quite perceptibly for any reactions, and you see he suddenly almost kind of like gives off a shiver down to whole body, and he doesn't express anything, but from the gesture of his movement, slight movement, and the way he moves his eyes, you get that he is quite certainly shocked or even saddened, but he controls his emotion and says, "Are you sure about this information you got?" He looks down and you see he thinks for a few moments and says, "Well, I believe the situation is much worse than I anticipated. And I too like to, at this point, want to trust you guys. As such, I will correct my previous statements a little bit. She indeed was a close person to me, and she was at some point my friend. But later, I got married with her. And we have been on different adventures for several years. But she had her deity to serve. So she went to her home regions and we contacted a few months ago about a quest that our old party had taken, and we were about to rejoin. But some situation took place and I was occupied during the time. And after I had returned, I heard that the key that my wife used to have with her to enter the material realm was not in her possession. I only thought that it might have been stolen by someone. I did not think that she would be assassinated, or much less the idea of being able to get to her. She herself is quite strong enough to defend for herself. Did, did you guys even have any concrete proof that she might be dead? He goes, her name, one second. One second. So he looks, he takes a few moments and goes, her name is Elvira Nightbloom. You have heard of the surname Nightbloom, but not the first name. You realize that people have taken her surname as one of her title. Yes, yes, she is quite well known. You see the mage quite shocked and says, "You know her." You are the lore keeper of the Raven Queen. Yes, I guess I do understand your willingness to help me, but how does all this connect? How did you end up here? Well, it certainly must be fate then that we were able to meet here. In any case, what do you suggest? Yes. So, metagame knowledge, she was God of Fate in 4e versions, but now it's kind of like divided into two gods, the Fate part. হ্যাঁ না, এখন দুইজনের মধ্যে ভাগ করা, সেম পোর্টফোলিও। রেভেন কুইনেরটা মনে আছে, অন্যটারটা মনে নাই নামটা, ওটা দেখতে হবে নামটা খুঁজে। না না, সরায় দেয় নাই, একটা অ্যাড করছে। হ্যাঁ 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 হ্যাঁ, না না, সরায় নাই, সরায় নাই। So he goes, well, in case the situation is much graver, should we take on the search mission, I guess, as soon as possible, or do you guys want to take few days before that? Well, I will try to do that, but not sure I can take on the assassins if they were actually able to kill her. She is a much stronger person than myself. Well, I will try to do so, and please let me know if you find anything else. You guys have already been quite the help. Well, your friend did say he was looking for the library. It should be near the center. And also there are different shops that you can gather or buy items from. So maybe check those out as well. Oh, you. Hmm? Well, the job was to actually take me to the Fortress of Memories. I have never been there, and I thought since she was missing, there might be some clues on the way there. Yeah, you can also add your inside check with them, but they already seems to realize that he seems to be truthful. So they only realize about the things. Yeah, seems like he's telling the truth. So yeah, and well, in that case, I'll see what I can gather. You guys try to. Oh, acha. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. And also, hmm. Acha, acha. You go first. Well, the objective is still same. The altar that leads to the photos of memories. I believe your friend already knows about it, looking at Arvandoril. And he says the altar was open to the normal people, and people often used to visit there, pray for the Raven Queen. But recently, the place has become way too dangerous for traveling. But still, the rumors that have surfaced that the dead people returning, and in some cases, people returning younger than how they went there. Although these rumors were scarce, but there were a lot of people who actually believed on the rumor and went there. Though most of them did not return, the few that did return actually did hold the truth. And I'm quite certain there's some anomaly that is going around the place. Well, the anomaly would be the concern of my wife if it did take place at the altar. So I believed that if there was any place she would be, it should be around the altar then. Cause I feel like that's our duty to take care of the problem. Well, if it was her job to take care, then it certainly falls onto my shoulder as well. But I fear, since she herself was not able to handle the situation, or maybe for some circumstances led to, he pauses and does not say the word and goes, well, either way, it should be quite hard for myself alone. And I am quite detached with the rest of the party members as well. They should not be arriving anytime soon, so I cannot ask for their help either. That is why I came to the best other solution I had without leaking the information too much, and that is to you guys. Well, I did know of some of the people, but surprisingly enough, they seems to have gotten quite low after the incidents. It's hard to get any information or any tracks of where they are staying right now. And on to that information, you guys did ask for any people that were acting suspicious or had, I believe, crystallized arms or mechanical arms. Well, it seems like some people who actually returned from the place have been acting quite strange, as if they were being controlled, and they have been acting quite differently to how they actually went there or before they went there. And that is what makes me curious, that the person that you were looking for might be connected to the incidents that has been following in the near the altar. As to why I connect the two dots is because I have my sources in Arcanium, and the people I was looking after or tracking, the people that came from the altar, they all seem to have contacted with the same individual. And although I did not see the individual, I was able to siphon some knowledge from the people that returned. And the description they gave was about a hooded man, a half elf, presumably, who always hid his left side of the body using a cloak. But oftentimes it seems like there was something almost shimmering in light underneath the cloak. I do not know if it's a crystal though, because that would have not be glowing, maybe. But it seems to lead to something mechanical, perhaps. And that is all the connection I could forge from the information I gathered. But it could be a completely different thing as well. Yes, certainly. I, at my best, can cast a 5th tier spell. Well, I will try to do my best to assist you on the journey. Yes, of course, and I will see if I can. Hmm? Well, she did have a stone with her, but and I have tried to contact with her, but unfortunately the connection did not pass through. But I believed often time that it might be due to her being in the other plane. Well, I certainly hope so. On that note, I never actually asked her much about her fortress or the fortress of memories she came from. I will ask you one thing though. Is there any chance that the fortress block? Hmm? Mhm. Oh, Ashok. Okay. He goes, well, I did not ask about much details about her origin place, the Fortress of Memories. But is there perhaps any chance that there's. Yes, is there any chance that it blocks the messages? You realize that people do contact inside the fortress, but there is some barrier that prevents people from sending outside to inside Fortress of Memories. And outside the fortress in Shadowfell, it's just normal as usual. And that is why I also thought that she might have returned to the Fortress of Memories after hearing about the anomaly. Well, in that case, I would be in your care. Yes, you guys as well. The altar. Let me open the map. Yes, I already have that in quite a safe place. It was not even on to me, like I showed yesterday. Oh, they are just petty thieves. No offense. He looks at the thief and says that they will not be doing much harm. So, uh, you get the idea that the altar that the guy was talking about It's near the Dragon Coast, and it should be close to the Westgate city. Here. Do you see? The Westgate. আর মানে রিজনটার নাম হচ্ছে দ্য ড্রাগন কোস্ট। না। Well, in any case, I will see to what I can do and gather any information I can. And you guys also try to stay safe, because this person or the individual you guys are looking for does seem to have quite a wide range of connection throughout the city through this mind control minions he have gathered. Well, he has been seen to have moving between the two cities. So I don't really know if he has a certain base or a home that he is residing currently. The information I have is through the memories he have through the memories of the people he have taken control over. Well, most of the people that actually returned and were in contact with the person you guys are looking for are from Arcanium, and I believe that is due to them being the more prominent figures in the city. And there were some in this city as well. Well then, take care. You see, right after you leave the cave, you do manage to get the idea that as soon as you guys leave the place, it seems like he sits down to one of the chairs right away, as to seem like he is quite distressed about the things he have heard from you guys. But he did try to not show it to you guys. The gate seems to be quite big and it can take the cart through it. Okay, so you return to your tavern and gather all your things, and take them to your cart. You have already paid for the cart, I believe. So you take the cart and head toward the northern parts. You, as the other, you look around the cities while going toward the north sides. The same bustling cities with lots of people at this point. It has been like around 9 or 10 right now, and people already have started to get onto their daily businesses. As you reach close to the gate, you see a huge gate around 10 to 12 meters at least, and the gate seems to be in the middle of the road. You look through the gate and you see like almost a vivid scene of the other city that is probably on the other side, and there seems to be some people taking tolls from the other carts that are going to the opposite side. So do you approach them? And you slowly wait your line and get to the toll plaza, and one of the guards comes close to you and says, "How many of you will be going to the city?" You are still inside the cart, so you can try that. Okay, so he looks at, I guess, Ashford, who's like helming the horses, and goes, হ্যাঁ, সো একটা আছে আই গেস তোর কাছে এখন। Yeah. মাছের মাথা আছে। I mean, you can still get in there. There is enough space inside, but you'll just smell a little bit fishy. Okay. Per person would be 100 gold, and for the cart it would be 200 gold. Yes, depends on the size of the cart as well. Children's under 3 feet height would be counted as a discount. I guess এটা আমার ব্লান্ডার, ঠিক আছে, ওটা এজি হওয়ার কথা। আমি এটা হচ্ছে তোমার, হ্যাঁ, I did not think you guys would be asking for মানে children. Yeah. I guess, well, the children under 10 would be considered under the half the price. Yes. He goes and says, "You do not look like under 10." The guard looks behind and like like trying to guess, get the confirmation from the other officers, and you see like an elderly guard there, and he does not want to like bother with too much with all these lines because there is a quite a big line, and he like signals like to let them pass, let them like do not make too much commotion with that. And the guard says, well, I guess then one child, and how many else? আমি আসলে মেট্রো সিস্টেম মেট্রো নাও দ্যাট আই রিমেম্বার, ঠিক আছে, আমি অ্যাকচুয়ালি মেট্রো সিস্টেম চালাচ্ছি। মেট্রোতে কিন্তু 3 ফিটের আন্ডারে হলে হচ্ছে হাফ প্রাইস, না প্রাইজই নাই, সরি। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ফ্যান্টাসি ওয়ার্ল্ড আসলে হবে না এই জিনিসটা। না, এইখানে ইসেরটাও কেমন, মেট্রোতেও যদি কোনো একটা হয় যে মিজেট হয়, ঠিক আছে, তাহলে কি তাদের টিকিটের টাকা দেওয়া লাগবে না? না না, ওখানে কিন্তু কোনো এজের কথাও বলা নাই, ওখানে বলা 3 ফিটের নিচে হলে তোর কোনো ফি নাই। ল্যাংরা খুরাকের কাছ থেকে টিকিট নেয়, কিন্তু মিজেটের কাছ থেকে না। Reduce will only shrink your size, not your features, by the way. Hitbox, if you are taking cover, then I guess that would work. So 6.5, that would be 650 gold, and with the cart another 200, so 850 gold. I know it's quite priceful, but huh. So he goes, I know it's quite pricey, but maintaining the two cities and building the gate itself was, I heard, quite costly for the governing body. That is why they are trying to get back the gold they have spent. It's nothing we can do. Unfortunately, we do not take any other currencies than the traditional ones. You have to sell them in the shops, maybe. Yes, it depends on the size, but as you see, I am not the only guard that is stationed here. Lady Irina, he seems to be confused. Never heard of it. Yeah. You seem to realize that you are not actually saying the correct name. Yes. Well, I would like to give you a pass, but it's not actually up to me. You have to wait here until I can get my superiors to actually see if we can give you any discounts on for like those situations. Well, in that case, leave your cart at the site. I'll see I can if I can get the superiors in time. So you see, like they show you at a open space right beside the gate, and you station your cart there, and you can see like the other carts like take the passage onto the other city, and one of the guards actually listens to the guard that was talking to you and probably relayed the information, and he goes to the central part of the city, probably try to contact the superiors, and hmm, you wait for 1 hour or so, and you do not see like any people that are getting caught trying to like sneak past in, because there are at least 15 to 20 guards there, and it's quite difficult for people to sneak in quite the open space. But you do see a lot of people trying to like haggle their way inside like you guys did, but unfortunately they do not have any strong connection that they could use to get inside. Yeah, you can. Well, if I were a wizard, then I probably might have had some ideas. I'm just a guard. I do not know much. Yes. Well, we do keep our records here, and there is no recording on the other side, if that's what you're asking. Well, I suppose there would be new addition to the system. It's quite fairly new. It hasn't been even 2 weeks. The gate has been turned on. So there are some changes made, I guess. I suppose so. Well, that is quite all right. He again sits back to his post. Okay. So just like that, another hour passes by, and you. Yeah. I have no idea how that would work. I think যে বাইরে থাকবে সেই শুধু বের করতে পারবে। হ্যাঁ। Does anyone remember this? Yeah. Uh, so you heard from the outside, is there something wrong? There seems to be some commotion inside. All right, all right. Just wait for a few moments. They should be here anytime soon. So yeah, another 10 to 15 minutes passes by. After no, I guess more than 10 to 15 minutes because Arvan take turns after like each 7 to 8 minutes, and eventually না 10 মিনিট করে থাকে না ভিতরে বাতাস আই থিঙ্ক নাকি ও ওকে okay so yeah you take another breath and go inside, and soon after that, like 5 to 6 minutes later, you see the guard return with one of the officials, and he goes, well, it seems like you guys are indeed acquainted with the Ejben family, and we are indebted. So I guess give them half the price and do write that down because they might ask for the ledger later. So keep a track of the costs. He says that, and again sits in one of the nearby places and starts to talk with one of the other guards. And the guard that was talking to you or getting information from you goes, well, I guess you guys will be giving half the price then. So that should be 850 divided by 2. That's, yes, 425 golds. You see, like some of the people seems to be a little bit annoyed that you get to go at a half cost, but they do not say anything. 67. আচ্ছা, ক্যালকুলেশনটা সবাই এখনই মানে ডিডাক্ট করে রেখে দাও। So everyone deducted? Okay. So your cart eventually enters the gate. At first, Ashford. Hmm? আচ্ছা, তাওসিফ কত 60 কত তাওসিফ মেসেজ কত 62.5 না? তাওসিফ কি আছে? ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, আপনার ভাইরে বলে দেবো না, সমস্যা নেই। আপনার ভাইয়ের কাছ থেকে আদৌ আছে কিছু টাকার কথা? হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ। So as you enter the gate, at first Ashford you feel it almost like a surge of energy surrounds you, and you feel a push from your back, and your senses almost gets a white noise, and in just a few seconds everything starts to blend into a feeling of strong surge, and as soon as you start feeling it, you also start to see the other side get more clearer, as if you were walking through a fountain. It's a portal, and you find yourself in front of a seemingly bluish city. Yes, I do have a map, so I guess I will take you there. Oh, আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, ওইটা। Arcanium is currently around here. It's a floating city, so It's hovering over around here. হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ আচ্ছা অল্টার চাপ দিয়ে দেখা যাচ্ছে না নাকি ট্যাবে চাপ দিয়ে নাকি শিফটে চাপ দিয়ে ও শিফটে চাপ দিয়ে শিফটে হ্যাঁ 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 হুম 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 ইয়েস কি রে না ব্লু ব্লু প্লিং আচ্ছা আমি লোড দিয়ে আর একবার তাহলে আচ্ছা এটা শিফটে আসলে হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ ইয়েস শিফট হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ So the islands that are that you guys are currently seeing are mostly on top of the water, so they are visible. But I guess you'd have knowledge that this place was not as big as it historically was supposed to be. Yes, seems like the water level has increased or something, perhaps, or they have sunk down. So yeah, you find yourself, and unlike the other place, the city does not seem to be shrouded in mist most of the time, and seems like quite sunny, and which is quite the contrast to the normal scenario you get from most of the places. And oh yes, city mapper কথা বলছিলাম তো, right? Can you say it? Pinterest থেকে নাম হয়েছে basically. So you find yourself yeah, go on. Yeah, so let's see. You very unlikely, but make a history check to see if you have heard of anything. Yeah, also make a history check. 15. Okay, so the city is quite recently made or made afloat at least. So hardly any chance Ego would know about this. And Ervandoril, you also do not know much about such city, but you have heard of a similar city on the ground. Probably may have taken a similar type of magic to make the city float. Yes, yes, it did seem like you guys are currently here, and you can almost see the below you a quite a huge space that is full of water, and you can also see glimpse of shores at the distant edge, and from the distance of it, it seems like few thousand meters at least, or few kilometers perhaps from the water level. And you also look toward the downwards, and you see that there are huge crystals that are sticking out from underneath the city, and you realize those are probably connected to the Mythlar that is probably hosted around somewhere in the middle of the city, and that is probably what's keeping the city afloat. And you also look toward the distance after going a little bit inward, and see that the city is layered, as you can see on the map, in different parts. And from the looks of it, you can guess the hierarchy probably goes up, above, the more upper you go. And unlike the other city, it seems like in the eastern side, in the long distance, there seems to be forests and high places even there, and the city seems to be almost a fraction of the whole mountain. Yes, it seems like natural forest, but the trees seems to be new, like not long old trees. So the city itself, so the city itself is not that huge, but seems to be quite well built, around probably around 2 or 3 kilometers at max. But the whole land itself, the whole floating mountain, the reversed mountain, that should be at least 7 to 8 kilometers in radius. Yes, you can. And what is the distance that your magic can look? 100 feet or 1000? Okay. So as you cast the spell, take some time to cast the spell. You guys are near the entrance. Okay. Okay. So as you move, you notice that there seems to be quite a rush, and there seems to be few outposts that are looking for people. And hmm? So there are a lot of people, but it seems like the guards are like inquiring the people, and from the posters of it, it seems like an emergency issue has been given. And you take few moments to read through it, and you realize there is some troubles with the elevator of the current city, and that is why they are trying to recruit any adventurers or like any big parties that could handle the situation. So do you approach and ask what happened? Well then, okay, you see a half elf guy, half elf guard looks around your side and says, uh, yes. He looks again, trying to like search around among the crowd, and eventually takes few seconds to find you and says, ah, hey little bud. Well, there seems to be some issues down beneath where the elevator ends, and that is why the people of the city are unable to get in or get out of the city, and it's been causing a lot of problem. Well, at the start of it, yes, at the start of it, few of the caverns that were supposed to return to the city uh, was missing, and as such, we sent some guards to look into it and contact with the people that were beneath the city at the ground. But after reaching there, they also seems to be missing the guards as well. And soon after, they did not venture much. They returned right away to report the situation. And we thought it would be best to send one of the envoys of ours to, no, not the adventuring parties, the envoys first, to check the situation down there. It's quite common to have monster attacks beneath the city. So we tried to send a envoy there, and few days passed by. They also did not return. At this point, we thought that there were a much bigger danger than we initially anticipated. So we required an adventurer party from the guild. They sent a gold rank party downward to see what the situation was, but unfortunately they also seems to have not returned, and this is why for the last week there has been no shipments inside the city other than the ones inside, which is causing a lot of ruckus and problems. So we are trying to, yes, and probably a stronger party than the last one, because it seems like the situation is quite dangerous, and we are trying to look for, if not a strong party, then a stealthy one at least, so we can at least know what's going down there. Well, no information at all. That's why we require a stealth party. And maybe after learning about the situation, we can dispatch a proportional amount of response. Ego? Okay. So yeah, Ego, you go with your horse to look around the city, try to find any pings from your magic, and the who are actually at the in front of the like recruitment post. Okay. Okay. So he goes, well, that's the situation. Probably reconnaissance first, and then a subjugation party if it's required, which I believe will probably be. Well, the situation seems to be quite dire, so just the information alone would give you 2000 gold, and if you were to manage the situation, completely solve the problem with the ordeal that is happening down there, then the council is offering 10,000 gold in ransom. Well, first I would like to take a idea about your capabilities, so it would not be in vain to send you there. So yeah, detailed information about the whole party. Well, they were 5 people, and there were 2 casters, and they could cast tier 3 magics. 10 minutes, right? It will take some moments. So you will return at 12:10 in real time. Okay. So yeah, he goes. Yes, and I guess you guys would be taking on the carting. Well, all right. In that case, I would need to take information of everyone of their capabilities and expertise. So if you could please one by one register your informations, and so we can like judge if we can send you there. The guard goes, just the information alone would give you 2000 gold. It should not take much time. It seems like they are quite desperate for like people. It goes both ways, and we will send one of the guards along with you to operate the lift. No, the gate works, the lift doesn't. Yes, the gate works, the lift doesn't. The lift also works, but the people that are going are not returning. Okay, so I guess I will hurry this up because I already know the informations. He he goes through all of your information and says, it does seems like you guys would be optimal for the reconnaissance, but do be careful because the other party that went there and went missing also were around the same capabilities as you guys, but they did have less in numbers and not as much probably stealthy as you guys would be. So I wish you good luck if you are going to take on the quest. Well, there were two female mages. Both of them were humans. A half-elf archer who's wearing a bluish gown, and one of the members could turn into a beast. So probably one of the druids. Uh, and and one of them uses a battle axe, so probably a fighter. We did not get we did not get we did not get much information from the other party because they were issued by the guild, so the guild knew more about it. But this time, since more people were missing, we were trying to take as much information we could before sending some people to their doom. Yeah. So, are you guys taking on the reconnaissance mission? Well, sorry to say this. I wish we could give you more time, but it's of urgent issue. So if you are taking the mission, then you have to take it right away. Uh, at this point, ঠিক আছে, it's 12:09. You see, you see, you see Ego at the distance, like horsing toward you guys, and eventually reaches you. Yes, and he goes, Is that dashing guy your last member?" Well, alright then. Good luck to you guys. I will send one of the operators of the lift with you to safely. Yes, of course, of course. That should not be an issue. And in case you want to take the card along with you, that's also will not be a problem. Well, alright then. So yeah, you see a similar kind of lift around the outskirts of the city, and two of the guards, he sends like two guards along with you, and says the guards will be stationed at the lift. They will not be moving with you. So if you guys return, they will take you back to the city. Okay, so he writes down the name and gives the ledger to one of the other officials and bids you good luck. And as you cross through the roads and so you looked for 10 minutes and you looked through most of the lower cities, and unfortunately you have not come to anything. Well, I'll give you the knowledge, I guess, because you are the lore keeper, so you do know about the Phaerimm. So yeah, the two guards are with you, and yeah, the two guys are with you, and they are taking you toward the lift, and says, "Is there anything you'd like to ask before you actually head on? We were given, we are told to give you or help you with any information regarding the situation." Well, the only guards that came down and did not actually venture much reported that the vegetation around the place were almost dead, like as in how it is in the winters. The trees dried up and there were no signs of life, or at least visible from beneath the city. Ervandoril, make a history check. He goes, okay. He goes, I'll first tell Ervanduril. So, Ervanduril, you recall of the Phaerimms and try to recall any connection you could maybe try to fix in. And you do realize that in the old age, the land's drying out and the vegetation's going dead is often connected to these floating cities. So you have that idea, and as for কে জানি বলছে আর একটা আচ্ছা তাওসিফ জিজ্ঞেস করছিল, রাইট? Yes. So he goes, well, the outpost of the city was not that much well organized like the other city because it has been for a long time and there were no incidents, but people used to go beneath and enter the city with no repercussions unless it is of hostile reasons. So there was no strong checkpoints. But recently, after the situation, for the last week, we have been taking measures to gain any knowledge. But as you have already heard, there is not much progress onto that situation. And as for a similar looking girl, according to your description, we did not see such a girl around the place, but it could be on our hindrance as well because there were not as much guards here stationed in the city, in these parts of the area. Well, there used to be two people stationed at the lift, one above, two above the city here. He points toward the lift, and two at the beneath, downward. There were not much guards at the time being, as you are seeing right now. Phaerimm. Well, I will tell the officials about the informations. You see, like he calls on to one of the guards that were standing in a far distance and relays the information, and the other guard goes back to the outpost, and the two guards that were with you, they stick with you and take you toward the lift. Two nights before, I guess. He goes, well, you see that the people that actually resided in our city, I do not wish to brag about it, but they all came from hard situations. So there were not many discriminations or problems in the city, and certainly no case of death or murders. But now that you say it, 3 days ago, one of the noblemen who was stationed at one of the inner cities actually got killed, and he actually got killed, and his body was found in the western streets. We did recover the body, but it seemed like a lot of the valuables he was holding or the jewelries he was carrying were all taken. Probably someone robbed him. It's not a common scenario, although it does seem like probably in terms of the other cities. But after that, the security have been tightened a little bit, but we were unable to take a hold of the culprit. Yes. It happened at during 7. It was still, there were a lot of people on the street, so it was quite mysterious how he got stabbed to death and was robbed of his. Seems like it. A knife or a dagger, perhaps maybe a short sword. Well, we did not get any information of the culprit, but as you said, he was stabbed in the stomach. So, make a history check. 19. Okay. So, you have some ideas, not a lot, but Phaerims are quite proficient in sorcery. They they are known to have quite high level of magics. Aberration. So Erwin will also make a history check to see if I can give you any additional information. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you understand or you have studied about it. Mythalars are quite potent artifacts, and it has a very wide range of its magical affecting area, and due to that, it hampers the surrounding weave. And these Phaerims are quite connected with the weave itself. So when a Mythalar is nearby, it affects their day-to-day life, and it's quite annoying to them because of the reason. Yes, they do not want their lives to be disturbed. So high chances that it could be a Phaerim.
The Phaerim, how it looks, well, it's just like a sunflower with a mouth.
The sunflowers have teeth, I believe.
Just large in size.
Very large in size. Large, yeah.
And a lot of teeth.
Understood. Are they like elusive, stays hidden, or we should be able
They
to
could
see
use illusion magic, so perhaps they can, and they could also fly, so keep an eye up as well.
Well, still check.
And it is because we're kind of 60% sure it is that kind of creature, it could be something else as well. So be careful as well.
Still check.
Okay.
Um, Activating a charge of my necklace. Last charge for the day, I guess.
Okay, so I guess you do that after going downward,
Yes.
Yes.
and you find yourself in an open space. There are not much in your surroundings, but it seems like even the grass nearby have dried down.
Is it
And
dark?
is it?
Is it dark?
No, it's still around like 12 in the morning.
Okay.
So like at the start of the noon. So you look at the distance and you see a long range of trees, but it seems like none of the trees have any leaves still hanging onto them. Kind of like
Because of the
how,
is mithril.
yes, maybe. And it seems like the trees have dried down, and one of the guard goes, well, we had our men stationed here at the lift, but
Mhm.
it seems like there isn't much commotion inside the forest during the daytime. So,
Can I look around that place that the men were taken, or perhaps they went somewhere for clues and stuff? I'd like to investigate that place.
well, I think you will find more clues inside the forest. There isn't much. We have already checked the surrounding, but you guys
Oh,
are, you guys can feel free to like check around.
okay. I will say
Well,
Ashford to keep an eye, and if he can like perceive something, I will investigate that. That sounds
we'll
good.
get out. We'll get out from the cart. Look at one of the guards and go take care of the horse in the cart. We'll be leaving it here.
Um, and your horse is okay with us, Ego, or are you going to leave it here?
Is there a problem taking it with me or?
Well, he might make noises.
Noises.
I
We're
look at the
not
horse.
trying to engage combat, so probably would be best if we keep it.
I tell the horse to stay.
Okay, thank
Uh,
you.
So you leave your
Well,
cart and horse at the lift, and the
and
guards. Hmm?
yeah. You finished then.
Okay.
Hmm.
And the guards holds on to the horse and like places it in one of the places, and good says good luck to you guys. And you see like they like sit by in one of the sides of the lift, and they also confirm you that they will be staying there for the whole night. And even if you guys are more late, there will be more guards that will be taking shift in place of them, but there will be always people at the base of the lift.
And now, what is the time now?
Around 12.
In the noon.
Yes.
Okay. So
So
as we start to venture towards the forest, like towards deeper from this post, as we start to like kind of march with the like dead trees, like when I cannot like look behind and see the camp anymore, I'll cast long strider on myself and pass that place.
Okay,
okay
and Hans
so
will go to stealth with advantage.
okay, so
I
everyone
will.
make a stealth check.
Okay.
There you go.
There you
30,
go.
31, 8.
35. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, তোমার তো advantage. 35, holy shit. 31, 8,
ভ্যানিলা হচ্ছে 18.
18, okay. Ego?
Ego.
Sakib আসিস?
Ego.
Oh, Sakib 21?
ওরে বাবা রে 31.
Oh, 31, sorry. 25, okay.
ভাই I hope Phaerimm are blind to them.
So yeah, I guess 10 ফেলাইলো কোনো সমস্যা নাই ইগোর। Oh my god, 34. Holy shit.
হইছে, let's go. আমরা নাই।
So you guys entered the forest quite stealthily as the magic wraps around you and almost like blends you with the environment and the trees and everything. You go inside and you hear dead silent, not a single noise coming from anything, not even the animals. But you do hear a distant noise of waterfall. But that you realize it's not something living. And as you venture further inside, you see more rows of trees. And unlike the city that had like new trees probably planted, this tree seems to be quite old, perhaps few hundred years even.
More
And
passive perception দিয়ে কি do I notice anything?
Yeah, if when we're going
Mm-hmm.
Investigate for any kind of tracks for fucking sake. If they're flying, we do not have any tracks. But if we find any kind of magical residue, and also I'll keep
Okay.
an eye for that as I
So,
throughout the forest.
make a perception check. Those of you that are helming the party, like at the front of the party.
I think our passive perception would be enough, 20 যেহেতু, but sure. 29.
29. And Ashford?
Yeah. Wait, let me. Oh yeah. 24.
24. Okay. So you go into the forest, further deeper inside. You walk for around an hour or so, and you start to find tracks of metal boots, and you try to figure it out from the size of it. It seems like a medium humanoid, probably, and you realize it might probably one of the guards or maybe the adventuring parties or some other footprints. But either way, anything helps with your search. So you follow the tracks. Do you follow the tracks, by the way?
So does we are planning to. Does it take all 1 hour to just find the tracks, or can we follow it?
So
Like
you
it is-
find the tracks after an hour.
After an hour?
Yes.
My power is
So
gone.
So like is the waterfall close by toward the place where the tracks are going toward? By
It
the
seems
sound?
like at one of your sites, not where exactly you are going.
How
Okay.
many tracks are there of boots?
There seems to be multiple tracks, but the metal boot track, that seems to be imprinted quite permanently onto the ground.
I'm specifically looking for two like tracks of females. Right, so they're gonna be slightly smaller in size compared to the rest.
Okay.
And also if there are any drag mark or any like trees are and vegetations are any disturbed there also by any kind of creature. If a large creature goes by there,
Hmm. So
therefore
Hans,
this could be some
you
kind of like a
notice.
disturbance if it is there or not.
Okay, Hans, you notice that there indeed seems to be two pair of small footprints, or like footprints of shoes that follows the track, and it is on the same way the metal boot track actually goes. And as for Ashford, you do see the tracks, but you did not distinguish between the small footprints and the bigger ones.
yeah.
And
I'm
lastly,
not caring
for
about it. That's fine.
Ervandorir, you look around also, try to find anything. You do see like some of the trees are broken, maybe signs of fighting perhaps that happened here, but it does not seem like there is any dragging marks on the ground.
Okay, so I relay to the group
I have the
that
query.
the party before us, there were two female mages, and I believe that there are tracks of these mages here. So if we follow these tracks, we should probably find the previous party. What do
Oh,
you guys think?
I should have let everyone know our stealth has faded at the moment.
What? No.
Yes,
Seriously?
the magic is no more. It's been an hour.
So can we recast? If
No.
it doesn't work in
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
hello?
No. We cannot.
limited magic, I guess.
In that case, it probably is safer for the more stealthy people to go in. What do you say, Ashford?
If anyone has a small creature or anything, I can. I mean, beast. They need to be beast. I can go through their senses if they are willing to scout for us.
Well, Sakio,
Or I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
follow, or we can follow Hans's plan.
well, I believe
Just the very good ones go.
Sakio's child has time to shine again.
Yeah. Should I cast
I can
reduce
send my crow as
to
well,
make its size smaller?
but it will stay only for a minute, so it doesn't make it
Yeah,
very
minute.
efficient.
Mm-hmm.
We
Then I can cast
send it at least.
invisibility, I guess.
Yeah, invisibility is a good idea.
Yeah, so I cast invisibility on my cat.
Okay. So you turn your familiar
Tata.
invisible. Your son becomes invisible, and
Yeah.
it awaits your command to look for which direction.
So guys, which direction is the best to start scouting from?
Follow the tracks.
Follow the tracks.
Just follow the tracks from
Follow the
Yeah.
tracks to be good.
So I
I
switch
will also
my
send my
vision.
crow.
Okay,
So
so
I telepathically connect with my cat and I tell it to scout.
and Arvan, do you send your crow as well?
Yeah, I send my crow. I jump onto Ashford's arm, and I am watching through the crow.
Okay, so is it like flying above the trees?
Between the trees,
Between
Yeah,
the trees.
tree
mine
to another.
definitely is.
wing.
More good for stealth than just flying.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Yeah.
roll for perception for both of the familiars.
okay.
There is a small problem on notes. For some reason, blank.
11 on my one.
আচ্ছা
Okay.
আমার ক্যাটের পারসেপশন কত ছিল আই ফরগট
আচ্ছা ভিশন যেহেতু সুইচ করে ফেলছস তাহলে ওর পারসেপশন ক্যারের পারসেপশন সেম হওয়ার কথা না?
না ওরই পারসেপশন ইউজ হবে,
ও
ক্যাটারে ইউজ হবে। হ্যাঁ,
কারণ আপনি দেখতেছেন ওর চোখ, it's not like your eyes are going there.
yeah. So whatever he sees, you see. It's not like you are actively looking for it.
আমার আইটেমের পেজ 2 আবার গন এটা আমারে ড্রাফট ওপেন করে লাগবে
আপনার বলেন আপনার ক্যাটের উইজডম কত, তাইলে বুঝতে পারবো।
ওইটা জানলে তো
don't remember.
Cat I think +3 ছিল।
Cat +3 most probably if he had perception.
Probably, হ্যাঁ 1 2 3
So roll it 1 to 20.
Oh, I think I remember. না ইন্টেলিজেন্স ছিল -1 20
Okay. So you send your কি বলে son child and Arvandaril you
child.
also send your crow above the trees or like through the trees and you find after like it goes another 100 feet the tracks goes further inside the forest.
Guys, let's go slowly toward that location and the crow will move with us 100-foot distance with us, I believe.
I guess we'll all go for stealth one more time.
Yes.
Just stealthy. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take the previous stealth without that +10 I guess.
Okay.
And it's quite high enough so should be fine.
Thank you, DM.
Still
Oh,
let
wait,
me
hold on.
see
Amar-
and check.
Previous stealth which was
wisdom
35
plus
minus
1.
10 25.
Yeah, you guys are fine. So another 2 hours passes by, and the track seems to be still going further inside the forest.
Yeah, we're following, I guess.
Okay.
Stealthy.
So you reach, you follow the tracks quite for a long time, and almost at the end of the afternoon or at the start of the evening, you find something shining in the distance.
The familiars
Shining.
do, or we do.
I guess if you guys are keeping the familiars in front of you, they have noticed it earlier.
Yeah. Then
By
then
now
we
they should
see what?
be pretty
At
close.
least
What is it?
we and team. We what do we see?
Like,
You,
what is shining?
yeah. So if you approach, you can get more details.
The familiars approach. We don't.
Okay. So you guys remain there and send the familiars a little bit closer, and it seems like it's people lying on the ground. It's hard to tell if they're just lying down or they're hurt or something from the distance. But it seems like the evening sun rays reflecting on top of one of the person's armor and was reflecting toward you. That was the shining thing you saw.
I wish it was a শকুন তাহলে ফুটায় দেখতাম but anyways
খাওয়া দিয়ে কোথায় দেখ?
হাওয়া দিয়ে ফুটায় দেখি let's go
শকুন আর খাওয়া তো ভাই ভাই, এক গলা সুগা আর গলা বড়া।
So you find yourself in an opening among the trees, and your familiar sees, actually you do not see yet, and you see dead people, like same as the description you guys had, the 5 adventuring party that actually went inside there. And it seems like there were quite a huge battle there. The trees around the place are quite mostly broken. There are several holes in one of the warrior's chest that is lying down and probably have died few days ago, just as the description you guys were given. And you see like almost the armors that he was wearing is broken down, and like something heavy carved through or like bashed through the armors, and there are like several dents in the armors. And you look at the 2 mage that you guys were looking for, they seems to be splattered almost into the ground. It's hard to even figure out their face because of the impact.
What do they have? Rogue loots.
Okay, so
Are we there yet, or
no, you are seeing through your familiars.
Yeah, so nobody knows. So, yeah, what are they? We are waiting for them to speak.
I will look around it to see any traces of any other creature except for their blood, if there any other kind of blood are there or
Okay, so you look around the place. It does not seem like there are any other bloods. It's hard to tell if it's the blood of the people that were lying down there or if it's the blood of the perpetrator who did this. But seems like quite a brutal killing was going on there, because there were blood splattered onto the trees and the branches and everywhere.
Okay, I slowly tell the other guys move forward. There seems to be. We have to investigate the place.
The words speak clearly.
There seems to be no direct danger at the place, but it seems to be a big battlefield. We need to investigate more to get.
Before we proceed, make a parameter check.
Yeah, I was going there. So we are now at 100 feet distance. As we are moving, I am going to like send the crow around the other side of the place to make a parameter check around.
Okay. So you look through your familiar and the crows around the parameters, try to find any other living creature or animals that could do something like that. But it's just dead trees.
Okay, nothing there. Let's go.
Okay, as we arrive, could you describe the scene a bit more clearly? Did the adventurers leave any sort of message, hints, anything?
It seems like
I will look at the wounds. I know magic, right? So how was the wounds created? Like, is it a magical wound or like a spell that did that, or any kind of like tentacle or arm?
okay. So
Or is that those bodies?
you look around and try to find any other things. You see like there are boulders that are around the vicinity, probably,
Something
and the
heavy.
boulders were like covered in blood. So
Something was thrown.
yes, so probably the boulders were shot through the warrior and at the adventuring parties.
Okay.
Okay, and did
Anything
they
else,
leave any
or
message?
I just get there?
That's all you get, but you do not get any signs of other animals or like Phaerims, perhaps, if you're looking into that.
Okay.
Did they leave any message?
Mm.
Like what happened there? Any signs?
Anyone has speak with them?
Roll a investigation check.
I'm not good at that.
I will. Can I do that?
You can help him.
Aren't you doing a different thing though?
Yeah. Well, like similarly,
I
but
guess
anyways,
you
I will
have
help.
time, so like after you are done with your work. So roll with advantage. But not you. Him.
Haha.
Okay.
20 is very good. Very good.
So you deduce from the whole battle itself and from the scenario itself, they were quite surprised. They did not probably even anticipate a fight.
Ambush.
Did you say ambush?
Anything else? Like what were they fighting? Can I like deduce that?
Mm,
Well, I was already looking into that.
the other thing you can find is probably there are like huge small and like big craters around the place. Like whatever fought here was not probably some like assassin or bandits or warriors even.
It's large.
It's probably some monstrosity, huge monstrosity or something, because there were quite some impacts in the vicinity.
Footprints?
No particular footprints other than the party itself.
Okay,
Something that
I'm gonna search everyone. What do I find?
You go through most of the things. You do find one of the magic books that was held by one of the one of the wizards, and
give me.
You look at the other remaining valuables that might be worth something. You look at the armor of the warrior. It seems like quite beyond repair because there were dents and fractures everywhere. But you do find a glaive and a shield that is still intact.
Okay. Any other weapons? Any finesse weapons?
There are. Let's see.
I'll have the glaive.
I'll have the book.
There is a short sword on back of one of the warriors, but it does not seem like well made.
Okay, so from the looks of it, I have one glaive. Any like buffs, magic, something? No?
We need to check it, I believe,
As it is,
later.
okay. One shield. Um, uh, one magic book.
That I need. That's a good thing.
Anything other than this? Money? Cash?
You look around their pockets and more inside the clothes and such to check further inside, and you do find golds. You find exactly 1200 golds.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh my god. We
That's
can go
mine.
back.
That's mine. Okay, so as I search for the stuff, when I find the magic book, I just throw it at Arvan.
I gulp it. Oh,
The glaive I pick up and I notice that Vanilla is looking at it. So
with puppy dog eyes.
yeah, so I just hand it to her. The shield I raise with my hands and ask, "Does anyone want this?"
hey, speak in a lower voice, please.
Oh, sorry.
Things that did that, even we could not. It ambushed, so we could be ambushed as well.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out as he's doing this.
Ervan Doril, you notice that there seems to be runes inscribed on top of the glaive, and there are also patterns on top of the shield, so they might have magical
Not
properties.
magical. Not magical. Keep it.
Okay, fine. I'll keep the shield for myself then, I guess.
Good thing.
So I'm keeping a watch as he is going through the bodies, and as we, along with keeping watch, when he's done with the bodies, I am not glaring at him, but I'm looking at Hans and silently, just when he's done with the bodies, I'm just going and taking the bodies and kind of cleansing them so that we can get them back. Well, I mean, whatever's remain.
Yes, or we can bury them. It's let's just wait for that as well. And Bird, anything on the other side? Any approaching danger, perhaps, or anything moving around? Actually,
this
I'll go
point-
high, very high.
At this point, it's already getting darker, and
I'll go high, 100 feet high.
okay.
Look around the forest.
So you look around the forest, around maybe 100 feet above the ground, but you do not see anything else other than the dead trees. And it seems like the area that you were around seems to be quite roughed due to the heavy battle that went here.
Arvan.
We can come back tomorrow. We have to
Yes,
go.
let's
It's
take
getting dark.
the bodies back.
Yeah, we have to at least give them some ending. We didn't bring the cart,
So
sadly.
I guess
Have to carry-
Ashford was
Um,
keeping a watch.
Okay. Yes, I was keeping a watch as I was kind of cleaning the bodies.
Yeah, so make a perception check.
Dear God, here we go.
27.
27, okay. So
Is no
yeah,
ambush?
are you guys burying the bodies?
No, we're taking.
No, we are taking it. So I have like it was, they were in rough conditions. Like I'll just cleanse the blood a bit, kind of patch up with clothes if any limbs are severed or splattered. Like so we can actually like make them presentable, if you know, like
Okay.
how it is.
So
Like
yeah,
how it is.
at this point, as it was getting darker, you guys tried to make it quick and get the bodies and clean it up. And as you were about to finish cleaning the stuff, Ashford, you notice suddenly the forest starts to make noise. It's
What
kind
kind
of
of noise?
like the noise of
Oh,
branches twisting and
Oh no.
like hunks of trees like bashing onto each other.
You see Ashford kind of parks up and goes,
Hide.
hide.
But the problem is, it seems like the sound is coming from all directions. So which direction are you trying to go?
All direction means, is this a
Opening.
like
It's
we
opening,
are
right?
in a opening?
Yes, you
Or
are.
it is existing?
You guys are at a opening, and there were the dead bodies. Actually, let me take you there. It would be easier to explain. Is this the one? Nope, not this one.
Trench could be bad. Don't.
You guys are around this place.
Yeah, so as you can see, there are like bushes, or we are trying to hide in various places that we can. So
Okay.
like if this was the map, I would have, let's say, collected the bodies around here under these trees to catch them up after Ashford Hans was done looking through their stuffs. So the bodies remain there. I will cast Long Strider, and I'll just like kind of try to go behind the trees to kind of conceal myself.
Hans will hide inside behind one of the boulders away from the trees. Let's see if I remember how to mark something. So let's use this here, anywhere here.
Okay. Actually, let me bring out the tokens.
I will be the stone.
Change color. You are not an octopus now. Sad. তাসিফ ভাই কি চলে গেছে?
Maybe.
আরভানের উপর কি ফুড কালারিং কাজ করবে তাইলে?
Shit, I don't know.
নাকি ডাইজেস্ট হয়ে যাবে?
Debatable.
এই ওয়ার্ল্ডে আছে ফুড কালারিং?
ফুড কালারিং বানানোই যায়। কি বানাই?
Not a difficult science.
গান পাউডার বানায় ফেলেছে, ফুড কালারিং বানায়।
I mean, unnecessary না?
না, সুইটস, you guys
আরে ন্যাচারাল ফুড কালার আছে না, আছে তো।
not eat in RP.
Industrial.
ওইটাই তো you guys do not মানে you guys do not eat in RP, but you guys eat various kind of fancy things.
এক ধরনের কোক আছে না, ওটা গুঁড়া করে লাল ডাই বানায়, ন্যাচারাল ডাই।
ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়ালটা ইউজ করা লাগবে যাতে হজম না আসে।
ন্যাচারাল ডাই এটা কোকেতে আসে। আর কোক হচ্ছে আপনার তোর হচ্ছে শুকায়া গুঁড়া করলে পরে পানির সাথে দিলে লাল লাল হয়ে যায় সাদা।
So who's where?
I'll be here in the trees.
Okay.
I do have Long Strider on, so I'll just Long Strider.
He's there, I have.
At this point, all of you actually make a perception check. Ashford already have noticed it, so no need for you to make a check. but the rest of you.
But
make guess.
I did tell everyone, right? So they are aware.
Yeah, I guess they're also looking around to see what's happening.
See what up. 15.
হান্স এখানে আই গেস ভ্যানিলা কোথায়?
ফার্স্টে কোয়েশ্চেন, ইয়েলো গুলা কি ঘাস নাকি বুশ?
এগুলা
Bush.
এগুলা বুশ,
Yellow
লাইক
bush.
অ্যারাউন্ড
হ্যাঁ।
3 to 4 feet.
সো
Everyone do edit your HPs. HP gula different আছে I
এই
think.
মিডল ট্রিতে হাইড করব।
ওকে,
Yeah.
বাই দ্য
আচ্ছা, আমাদের-
হান্স কি শিল্ড ইউজ করতে পারো? আর ইউ
রোগের
ইউজিং দ্য
শিল্ড
শিল্ড?
মনে হয় না। রোগের শিল্ড প্রফিসিয়েন্সি নাই মনে হয়।
Wizard পায়?
উইজার্ড শিল্ড পায় আর খায় কাজ নেই। মাথা Rogue
ইয়ে
does
পায়।
not have no shields. Rogue cannot use shield.
Okay, so anyone, if you're using the weapons actively right now, like you can use it.
The glaive, I guess. The glaive is big.
Okay,
I mean, Vanilla has it. I wish.
okay. So you try to hide in different parts of the area and try to keep a look if anything was approaching or like surrounded you. You see the rumbling of the trees, but no particular creature or any roar even. And suddenly you feel like one of the trees moves, and from inside the forest a boulder shoots out toward your directions, and it goes toward.
So, আমাদের হাইটে কোনো কিছু হয়নি, no stealth, nothing.
Yeah, you
Like,
guys
would you not roll for anything?
try to stealth, but they have already noticed you.
Who?
So
That's not the issue. আপনার হাইড অ্যাকশন তো হাইড অ্যাকশন। হ্যাঁ, সো আপনি হাইড অ্যাকশন নিয়েও কেউ যদি আপনাদের তাকায়ও, তাও আপনি তো তার ভিশনের থেকে বাইরে চলে যেতে পারেন with your hide action, depending on where you are hiding and like what
okay,
you're doing
so
and how high is the.
I guess
stealth.
all of you tried to hide. So did everyone make a stealth check?
No, because you didn't say so.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone make a stealth check.
I cannot make a stealth check কারণ আমার কারেন্ট চলে গেছে। I'm just disconnected.
Okay.
Okay, আমরা roll করছি, সমস্যা নেই।
21.
Stealth, না?
18.
আমার 21.
আমার জন্য একটু রোল করে দিলেই হবে 1d20 plus 12.
Okay, আমার 28.
Nat 20.
Then কি কার জন্য রোল করে দিব যেন? হান্স, রাইট?
হ্যাঁ,
Hans is
1d20 plus 12.
12. That's 25 for Hans.
Okay.
Levina, Sakio, Jace, এদের কি অবস্থা?
এদেরটা আমি দিয়ে দিচ্ছি।
So
Okay.
I'm 4.
ইগোরটা কত দিব? ইগোরটা আমি দিচ্ছি। ইগোর স্ট্রেংথ
20. Igor stealth, let me check. Ego.
চল আপনিই দিয়ে দেন,
হুম
সমস্যা নেই। একবারে সব যে বাজার নাই তাকে
তাওসিফ।
ইগোর তো স্টেল ভালো আর কথা। আমরা না স্টেলদি পার্টি।
Yeah, okay. তারপরে হচ্ছে
হবে একটা হইলে হবে তো।
Well, hide action এ
হাইড অ্যাকশন কিন্তু এটা কিন্তু গ্রুপ না, এটা কিন্তু ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি হবে, ঠিক আছে? যে
হ্যাঁ
কাকে
হ্যাঁ
notice
এটা
করবে।
হাইড অ্যাকশন তো ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি হবে।
হ্যাঁ
আর আপনার হচ্ছে ওই যে মানে প্লেসমেন্টটাও ডিপেন্ড করে। আপনার দেখা গেল ইগো সিটি রোল করছে কিন্তু প্লেসমেন্টটা
Open এ।
তার এমন যে সে টোটাল কভার পেয়ে গেছে,
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
ঠিক আছে? তাইলেও কিন্তু তার সিটি রোল ডাজন্ট ম্যাটার। আবার দেখা গেল কেউ খুব ভালো রোল করছে কিন্তু ইন দি ওপেন ক্রস লাইন, ঠিক আছে, at the opposite side from where it is coming, so take those into consideration.
হুম হুম হুম
So what are we facing?
let
Do
me
not
describe.
know. It's coming. A boulder's coming from the forest, and towards whom?
Most probably a
We'll
train.
see. We'll see.
বিস্ট টাইটান পাথর ছিঁড়া মারতেছে।
Yes.
Where will you see it? If it's
আমরা
that.
আমরা বোল্ডারটা আসার সাথে সাথে টের পাবো যে কোন দিকে। So let us. We barely didn't get surprised. Good.
Okay, so
The boulder is coming towards.
একটা বাকি আছে, আই থিঙ্ক। কারটা বাকি আছে?
আচ্ছা
তাসিফেরটা দিছি, আর জেইসেরটা দিছি, আর হচ্ছে বাকি আছে আরপান ভাইয়ারটা।
ও
দেবিনা
সাকিওর ছেলের কি হবে?
Oh yes,
Oh,
make rolls for those as well.
Yeah,
Both
Kawa
familiars.
Khan.
কাওয়া কাদেরেরও
Yeah, Kawa Khan. I believe Kawa Khan. Holy fuck.
কাওয়া কাদের is out.
ও আচ্ছা, আমার
রাত হয়ে গেছে তো এখন কাজ করতেছে কেন? ওই
আদেদ সুফি জুবাইর আরপান কই এই যে পরে আরপান।
I think I'm gonna name my crow Kader.
Stealth. Oh shit, আরপান ভাইয়ারও খবর আছে।
Let's see.
Yeah, yes.
এই আরপান ভাই স্ট্রেংথ -1 হয় কি করে?
আপনার আপনার
দেখতে
প্লাস 5
প্লাস 6 সে তো কংগ্রেশন
খাওয়া।
আচ্ছা না ওটা না, not that one. Stealth. ও হ্যাঁ প্লাস 6।
মানে রিশাদ ভাই
আমি স্ট্রেংথটা দিয়ে দিছি।
ও ব্রো
16 ভাই।
Holy shit,
ও
okay.
আমাদের মারার জন্য holy fuck
24.
কই সাকির বাচ্চার কই?
আমার ক্যাপ্টেন ইনভিজিবল।
ইনভিজিবল অ্যাডভান্টেজ
ওই তো আপনার অ্যাডভান্টেজে মারেন।
হুম
ও আচ্ছা, ওই D20 স্টেলতে তো 19 and 16.
holy shit 19
Let's see what
Actually, সব একসাথে করি।
coming from.
বাইরে ভাই
Okay,
এত বড়
15,
পাথর মারিস
18. ওকে, নোটিসড। না এগুলা রোল না, এগুলা পারসেপশন। 20, 25, ভ্যানিলা 18, রাইট? ওকে, so you see two rocks
Okay, 2 rocks.
oh my
and they are coming from different directions. One of
Okay.
them shoots toward Ego and almost at a blinding speed, like comes towards him.
Yeah.
And now
Which direction?
ইগোটা হচ্ছে এই ডিরেকশন থেকে দেখা যায়।
না আপনি মনে হয় চিঠি খেয়ে গেছেন আবার আগে।
হে আচ্ছা দাঁড়াও।
এই ডিএম গুলোর কার্স লাগে হিসেবে কতদিন আরপান বাইরে ডিসকর্ডে ঘুষাত ছিল, আজকে রিফাত ভাই রোল 20।
এই যে হিয়ার এবার দেখা যাচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ
So
হ্যাঁ,
one of the rocks came from here
from north.
and you guys now see that it was not any creature or anything. It was indeed almost like a hulk of branches and trees like
Fucking tree, I
joined
know.
together,
fucking American
Ah,
It's a trend. Run.
It's a trend.
and it was holding a boulder into one of his hand, and it's just threw it toward Ego. And there was
These are also like the treants are also like this like corrupted trees almost like this
yeah.
dead.
And now that you those of you that have dark vision, because it's not completely dark, it's
Yeah, we have.
moonlight.
Yes.
So you can those who can see in like কি বলে এটারে moonlight rather than dim light, yes,
dim light.
those who can see in dim
Dim
light can see it clearly that the tree is dead, it's completely dead, but there are almost like a black ooze or like black ichor that is like flowing through the cracks of the trees, and most of the branches are like broken in different parts, but something is like keeping the different parts of the trees together. And although there are visage of mouths and like different parts, but it seems like they do not have anything like an organ inside it, more like a visage that is for the outlook.
Rifat bhai, due to my background and where I'm from, can I tell it's haunted?
You are quite assured, like a lot of you are quite assured that it's probably dead because the tree itself is dead.
Yeah, it's undead.
Okay, it's undead awakened, which is probably something. Run.
And the two boulder shoots, so all of you make a initiative roll.
Okay.
So আপনার এই বোল্ডার দুটো আসার আগেই ইনিশিয়েটিভ শুরু হয়ে গেছে।
বোল্ডার দুটো সারপ্রাইজ রাউন্ড ছিল, and
ওটাকে দিয়ে ফেলেন, আমরা ইনিশিয়েটিভ দিচ্ছি।
Yeah, so 1d20 plus 10,
মানে সারপ্রাইজ রাউন্ডটা না, সারপ্রাইজ রাউন্ডটা তো মানে হইছে হচ্ছে আপনার মানে আমাদের হাই অ্যাকশন রাউন্ড আর হয় দুটা।
হ্যাঁ। So I think both of the boulders misses.
Holy plus 10.
So yeah, 16 I think misses.
Yeah, Igor তো রানার।
Igor
আচ্ছা, আমরা কি তাদের দেখতে পাচ্ছি?
একটা তো এখান দিয়ে আসছে, আর একটা কোথা দিয়ে আসলো?
আর একটা আসছে কই গেল?
দুইটা বোল্ডারই ইগোর উপরে গেছে না?
না, একটা ইগোর উপরে গেছে, একটা ভ্যানিলার উপরে গেছে।
Okay.
But I think that
Igor
also misses.
16, Vanilla gets 12.
Yes.
12 misses, I guess.
So Vanilla's ones came from this direction.
তো ওটা তাহলে কি আমরা না দেখতে পাইলে তো ডিসঅ্যাডভান্টেজ হচ্ছে ওখানে রোল। কারণ বোল্ডারের কি রেঞ্জ এত বেশি?
Let me check. I think they have range 60 feet, I think. Or 20 feet.
হ্যাঁ, তো 60 ফিট হলে তো দেখতে পাবে লাইভ বলতেছে। ওটার জন্য বলতেছি যে আমরা কি দেখতে পাইতেছি?
Yes, 60 feet. So
তাহলে দেখতে পাবো না, তাই বলতেছি যে
you guys can see from where the boulders are coming right now.
Yeah. So we see two of them.
Yes, I'll actually take them into player's layer.
Yes, do that.
Advance to front লিখতে হয় নাকি? to front এ না নাকি?
না, টু লেয়ারে টু ফ্রন্ট না, লেয়ারে হচ্ছে টু
token layer.
Token layer.
Yes.
Two token.
Okay, there you go. One is there.
Oh my.
So that one is not there. That one is actually there.
That one is here. Yeah. Okay. And another?
And map, GM layer, token layer, there.
Okay.
And at this point, you also see one of the dead tree, like huge tree, around this area as well. But it probably used everything to get to there, so it did not.
Where? I didn't see it.
Okay, let me appear it, make it appear token.
Okay, here.
Oh, what's age?
Okay, so these three. We don't see anything else.
Yes, and you also hear a noise coming from this direction, but it's probably another one, but have not reached to your place.
Direction?
Which direction? Which direction?
Here. I'll make it visible, but it's not still at where it is. Token there.
Okay. Wait.
Oh, okay, here, right?
Yes.
Got it. So let's go.
So the two boulders shoots toward the one toward Ego, and Ego dodges out from the boulder, and it like crumbles into multiple pieces and scatters. And one comes toward Namki, Vanilla as well.
এইটার জন্য জিজ্ঞেস করতেছিলাম মানে ভ্যানিলার কাছে যেটা গেছে সেটা দেখেন 75
আচ্ছা তাহলে ডিসঅ্যাডভান্টেজ তাহলে এমনিও মিস করবে সো
এমনিও মিস আর কি হ্যাঁ
yeah so it goes beside her and toward this direction, doesn't connect to her, but you guys are now aware of the danger that is approaching, so make the initiative. No, you guys came from this side.
This side, which side?
এই যে
মানে এই নিচের দিক দিয়ে
না উপরের দিক থেকে এই যে
মানে এই দিক দিয়ে আসছে
হ্যাঁ
ও আচ্ছা এই দিকে হোলি শিট আমাকে আর উল্টো দিকে দৌড় দিতে হবে
now that you think you realize you guys probably passed through the trees at some point, but it did not seem like you guys they were like moving at that point, but as soon as it went dark they started to like move.
The trees are indistinguishable. You cannot make them out.
Yeah, and then these are undead trees, so most probably dead trees are more indistinguishable.
Well, they would have been not if they were alive.
So yeah, initiative everyone.
Imagine like dead trees everywhere, and there is a flourishing nice tree just there.
Yeah, our 7
like I just sign it. Okay, so no initiative, right?
Yes.
19.
Ashford হচ্ছে add to turn.
রিলায়েবল ট্যালেন্টটা থাকলে এখন হামসের যে কি হইতো
23 on the initiative.
23.
Guys, that tree.
They are undead.
But run or do we fight?
We
cannot fight these many of them.
Run or fight?
So which way do we
well,
run?
you hear two things.
Run, once a run, once a fight. There are too many. 4 trends are beyond our league. 2 are even beyond our league, I believe.
In that case, we came from this way, yes?
Yes.
Okay, time to book it, I guess. Oh no,
Hey, what block করছেন এই রিফাত ভাই চিল
কি করছিস
চিল পদ ব্লক করে কেন আমাদের হ্যাঁ ট্রেনগুলো নামে আসলো কেন
আচ্ছা ওখানে উপরে অ্যাড টার্ন চাপা যাচ্ছিল না নাইলে
আচ্ছা
কয়টা ট্রি একটা দুইটা অ্যাড করছি না
হরিপাত ভাই আমাকে এবার মারবে time to give Jim some gold.
It's like he'll think.
Hey, Jim guy. There is a good thing about being a lore wizard. You can change your damage type with any.
Your holy damage.
Nah, I'm going to go fire.
No, trees, dead trees. They should burn like tinder.
Dead trees burn like shit.
It's okay.
When you
Yeah.
cast a spell using a spell slot and spell deals acid, fire, cold, force, lightning damage, you can substitute that damage type with another type. My gene is gonna do fire damage now.
ওকে সো অ্যাশফোর্ড রোল কত 17
Nah, Ashford nah. Arvandor in 17.
আচ্ছা আরবান্ডারেল 17
I'm 23.
17 অ্যাশফোর্ড 23
Sakya 19,
সাকিও 19
Hans 9.
Vanilla 18.
হান্স 9
এও দেখা লাগবে ন্যাচারাল ওয়ান
আর সাকিও কত 19
19
19
আমি পরপর দুইটা ন্যাচারাল ওয়ান মারছিলাম একটু আগে।
ইগোরটা রোল করে দিই 1d20 প্লাস 5 14
আমরা কি কমব্যাট করব নাকি রাখবো এখানে আমরা মনে হয় রাখবো নেই তো
Class
জেইস হচ্ছে
এই দুই একজন না থাকলে তো ঠিক ছিল কিন্তু আরপান ভাই নাই ইয়ে নাই
Veterans are missing.
জেইস কি আছে নাকি জেইস নাই
জেইস তো গান
জেইস নাই
This গন বলতে কি খেলবে না নাকি মানে আসে না
মনে হয় বিজি
রিফাত ভাই
আমি জিজ্ঞেস করি না পরে প্রবাবলি দেখে জিজ্ঞেস করবো না যে খেলবে নাকি খেলবে না আর হচ্ছে ট্রিজ গুলারটা দিয়ে দেই
Vanilla 18.
ভ্যানিলা 18 না
একটু কম কম পড় 3 2 1 পড় তাইলে আর খেলা হবে এবার তোরা থাক আমরা যাই তাই কম
I think I can run 90 feet straight.
I think I can teleport and run.
লিভিং বিহাইন্ড এভরিওয়ান
That is the point.
Do you need to run?
Well, I can use the rope click to hide it.
আমি তো রান করব না আমি তো ওই
হ্যাঁ,
100 এর ধারেই দৌড়ব
এই জন্যই তো বলছি do you need to run?
Rope click is correct. Can I hide?
আচ্ছা আমার মুভমেন্টে 30, অ্যাকশনে 30, বোনাস অ্যাকশনে 30.
হ্যাঁ
আরেক লেভেল 4 ফাইট করা লাগতো রে হেস্ট পাইতাম রে শিট
আরেকটা করার জন্য তো না অ্যাশফোর্ড তো থাকতে চাচ্ছে যেটা বডি আছে আবার এগুলো আনডেড এগুলারে এইভাবে ফেলায় রাখা
এগুলো তো আবার আনডেড
Oh, by the way, undead এর উপর radiant damage effective না?
হতে পারে
but these are more these are more tree like
চালায় টাকা
ওকে একটা একটু ভালো বাকিগুলা খারাপ 5-6
ভাই নেতা এই ইয়ো 5-6 মানে
না এটা মনে হয় যে বাট সারপ্রাইজ কি পাইছে আদৌ যে
না সারপ্রাইজ পায় নাই ইউ অলরেডি নোটিসড দ্যাট দে ওয়্যার কামিং সামথিং ওয়াজ কামিং এট লিস্ট
তাইলে কি 6-7টাই দিল
Ashford, I don't care if you have business, we run.
না এই 6-7টা এটা তো মেটা গেম ইউ প্লে ইওর ওন
না 6-7টা মেটা গেম না আমি বুঝছি রিফাত ভাই প্রথম দুইটা রোল করছে হচ্ছে কি যারা নেই তাদের জন্য
কোন দুইটা ও আচ্ছা হ্যাঁ আগের গুলো হচ্ছে তোমার ওই জেইস তারপরে ইগো ওদের জন্য হ্যাঁ
আচ্ছা বুঝছি আর এই চারটা হচ্ছে ওদের -1 করে না
So sword by ascending, descending. There. So first of হচ্ছে অ্যাশফোর্ড দিয়ে শুরু হবে, দেন ট্রি, দেন সাকিও, তারপরে সাকিওর পেট, ভ্যানিলা, আরভেন্ডোরিল, ইগো, হান সোলো, জেইসটা বাকি পড়ছে, জেইস হয়ে গেল।
উইটিশ কোনটা? নিচেরটা? যেটা এখন আসে নাই। ও আচ্ছা
নিচেরটা আসে নাই। ওটা আরো দূরে তো, ওটা জাস্ট দেখা যায়। ওদিক দিয়ে লড়তে চড়তে আসে।
আমার এখন একটাই ভয়,
চড়বে কি চড়বে সেটা জানে না।
এদি ফরেস্ট ফায়ার শুরু করবো নাকি?
ফরেস্ট ফায়ার শুরু করতে পারিস, doesn't matter.
Not like
everything here is dead already, so it doesn't matter. I'm a ninja and I am proof.
আমি আসি, হ্যাঁ?
Okay. By the আচ্ছা wait, আমি XP-টা দিয়ে নিই।
ও আচ্ছা, এক্সপ্রেস?
Yes.
ব্যাটাল
XP না, but
ফরেস্ট ফায়ারের উপযোগী
মাইলস্টোন XP আছে।
বুঝতে পারছি। ফরেস্ট ফায়ারের উপযোগিতা দেখ, পুরো ফরেস্ট তো জ্বালাবেই।
হ্যাঁ,
পুরো ফরেস্ট তো জ্বালাবেই, তাই না? প্লাস হচ্ছে বডিও একেবারে ক্লেন্স করে দেবে।
yes,
বার্ন টু ডাস্ট।
no undead making by them, so you know. আমি তো জাস্ট হোল্ড করতে যাচ্ছি এই বডিগুলোর জন্য।
বুঝতে পারছি।
গুড়াগুলো আমার
বডির কথা মাথায় ছিল না। বডির কথা মাথায় ছিল না। আমি তো ট্রেন দেখে পরে মনে পড়ছে যে আমরা তো বডিগুলো
বডিগুলো এই জায়গা আছে।
রিফাত ভাই, কি হবে আমাদের তাহলে?
You guys all get 1600 XP.
1600?
Yes.
1600.
1600.
600. What is 6 plus 7? 13.
সো আচ্ছা, 12000 গোল্ড যে পাইছিল ওটা হচ্ছে হামস রাখছে, তাই তো? আপনি তো ওকে, দ্যাটস ইট।
12000 না 1200?
ওই সে 1200 লিখে রাখেন কিন্তু ভুলে যায় না।
হ্যাঁ, লিখে রাখেন। আমার টাকা পয়সা প্রায় নাই হয়ে গেছিল, নাও আই এম রিচ।
আচ্ছা, শিল্ড তাহলে ইউজ করার মতো কেউ নাই নাকি?
I think I can use a shield.
পরে যে
ও হ্যাঁ,
ওরা জেইস আছে,
তৌসিফ
জেইস
শিল্ড
আছে
ইউজ
না?
করে, জেইসও তো শিল্ড ইউজ করে। হ্যাঁ,
জেইস
আছে, শিল্ড ইউজ করার মোটটা অভাব নেই,
সমস্যা নেই। আমি তো জাস্ট এখন টাকা পয়সা পাইছি, এখন উইপেন, এমন উইপেন বানাবো এবার। আমি এখন ফায়ার থাকবো, ফায়ার। ডিএমজি তো নিউ উইপেন ড্রপ করছে না, খালি ফায়ার।
So total XP amounts to 10,500.
না, আমাদের লেভেল আপ মনে হয় টোটাল
total XP is now আপনার সে যদি 10500 আসে না, দেখি তারপরে দেখি।
তাহলে হচ্ছে 10500 আসলে
10500, yes,
3500 বাকি আছে তাহলে 6 লেভেল থেকে।
না আরো না নাকি?
না, 14000 হচ্ছে 6 লেভেল।
14000 I guess
10,300.
14000 6 লেভেল। হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে।
আমি নেক্সট লেভেল বার্ডে নিব।
যদি রিফাত ভাই এই কমব্যাট বাঁচে, আমারে ওই স্পেল বুকের স্পেলগুলো দিয়ে।
হ্যাঁ, ওকে। এটা কমব্যাট লাগতো না প্রবাবলি, অথবা অন্য জায়গায় লাগতো, কম লাগতো যদি আগে বডি সাইডে। বাট ইউ গাইজ আর গুড গাইজ,
ভেরি গুড গাইজ। ফিনিশ লাস্ট।
I know good guys.
তো একটা জিনিস নেক্সট সেশনের আগে একটু কনফার্ম করেন, হ্যাঁ, কারণ জেস তো আসতেছে না। আপনার জেস যদি না খেলে তাহলে আমার একটু জানাবেন নেক্সট সেশন, অথবা ওই তো মানে নেক্সট সেশনই তো ধরা যায়, নেক্সট 2 সেশনের ভিতরে।
আচ্ছা এইটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি ভ্যানিলা, একটু ভ্যানিলা আস করে দেখো, ওই মানে এটা ওই যে আশরাফি।
ওকে,
কারণ জেস খুবই রেয়ারলি থাকতেছে, তার যদি সমস্যা হয় তাহলে আর কি করার আর কি।
7 জনই তাও অনেক।
হ্যাঁ 7 জন অনেক, 7 জন তো অনেক। আপনার
কিন্তু এটা তো আর হবে না,
কারণ কি জন্য বলতেছি,
সমস্যা হচ্ছে সেটা।
হ্যাঁ না সেই হিলা তো ঠিক আছে, আর আমার কিন্তু অ্যাশফোর্ডের অরিজিনাল প্ল্যান ছিল রেঞ্জার ক্ল্যারিক, ঠিক আছে। সো সো আপনার হচ্ছে সে যদি ক্ল্যারিক না খেলে আমি ক্ল্যারিক যাইতেও পারি, ঠিক আছে, ডিপেন্ডস। বুঝতে পারছেন?
বুঝতে পারছি।
এটার জন্য তারা জিজ্ঞেস করেন আর কি। হ্যাঁ, তো এই যে ক্ল্যারিক একজন যে থাকবে এই জন্য তো আমি ফাইটার গেছি আর কি, কারণ আমাদের একদম সলিড ফাইটার তো কেউ নাই। হ্যাঁ, আবার আরমান ভাই আর আমি ফাইটার যাব, কিন্তু আমরা দুইজনই সাব ক্লাস আর কি, স্টার্টিং ক্লাস কারণে ফাইটার।
আর এমনি অল্টারনেটিভে কি আইডিয়া ছিল সাব মানে অন্য ক্লাসের মাল্টি ক্লাসের আমার? হ্যাঁ আমার তো ধরেন যে অ্যাশফোর্ড তো প্রিভিয়াসলি ফাইটার ছিল, রাইট, কিন্তু ও তো এখন আর ডিফারেন্ট। সো আমার মেইনলি মাল্টি ক্লাসেরই ছিল রেঞ্জার ক্ল্যারিক এরকম। তো পরে যে আমি ফাইটারই করছি, ক্ল্যারিক এক্সপোজে থাকে। আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা,
হ্যাঁ রেঞ্জার ফাইটার করব এরকম আপাতত মাথায় আছে, কিন্তু আপনার রেঞ্জার ক্ল্যারিক হচ্ছে অরিজিনাল প্ল্যান ছিল অনেক আগে, মানে ওই যে শুরু করার আগে।
বুঝছি।
ওকে আমিও গেলাম, রাত ভালোই গেছে।
আজকে কতক্ষণ হয়েছে? অনেকক্ষণ হয়েছে।
ও আর রিফাত ভাই, আজকের থাম্বনেল যদি এইটা না হয়, হ্যাঁ, আর্নল্ড শোয়ার্জনেগার দেখেন, ঠিক আছে, যে আবু সুফিয়ান ভাই দিছে, ঠিক আছে, এটা হচ্ছে থাম্বনেল হবে আজকে থাম্বনেল।
কোথায় আছে? ইসে দিছে
এজ অফ রেঞ্জার, এইটা থাম্বনেল হইতে হবে, এটা ব্লু উইজার্ড এন্ড
ইয়া পারফেক্ট।
আর্নল্ড শোয়ার্জনেগার।
I mean, I alone is not tall enough, but with Ervandoril, yes.
Yes.
apes together strong.
Yes. এই জায়গা তো apes together strong না, এই জায়গা হচ্ছে ও কি করে
something together strong হবে।
Xenos together strong, alien and another alien.
ইস, আমার জেনোবাইট বানায় দিলি, আমি মানুষের বুকের তো বেরোই।
আজকে স্ট্রিম হয়েছে 3.5 ঘন্টা।
চাইলে
Yeah, Rifat.